Hello, and welcome to today's little short mini class here on YouTube. So happy to have you here. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Tanya, and I am the founder of yogabytanya.com. If you like this video, just please go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. And also on my website, I do have an online membership. So today's class is about strength and calm. And so we're going to work strength a little bit differently today, diving into the deeper layers of the soft tissues. But let's go ahead and get started. So coming to your mat, let's go ahead and start on our backs today. So lots of options here. One palm to belly, one palm to heart. Feet can be planted, knees are resting towards one another, or Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Finding a position that feels best to your body. Closing your eyes. And just taking a moment here to connect to the breath. Allow the soft tissues to soften and release to the pull of gravity. Finding some inner calm here. Feeling and noticing the rhythm of your breath. Finding the balance between effort and ease. And just settling as you exhale, releasing, melting. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, releasing. Connecting to your inner self, your inner peace. Good. And then just gently blinking the eyes open. Plant the feet to the mat, a little wider than hip width apart, and just begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Good. And then coming to stillness here, stacking the knees over the hips, knees are bent, and you're just going to tap one toe down and then the opposite foot and toe down. So just tapping from side to side here. If you need to intensify, you always just reach those toes a little bit further away from your hips. Moving at a pace that makes sense to you. You're hugging your lower back into the mat, so you're not arching. Good. And then you're just going to hug your knees to your chest and draw some gentle circles. And then planting the feet to the mat. Inhale, lifting your hips up and just hovering your hips. You're just in an easy bridge. You're not going into your full range of motion here. Thighs are hugging towards one another. And then exhale, releasing. Stacking your knees back over your hips. Exhale the knees to the left side and knees hover above the mat. Inhale through center. And then as you exhale, knees hover on the right side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. You're hovering. Inhale back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. And then option for 3 spinal rocks here. So if this does not feel good to your spine, just know that you can roll to your side. We're going to meet in a tabletop. So you can even roll over your ankles or just however you get there. In your, in your tabletop position, your knees are hip width apart. Big starfish hands here. Shoulders move away from the ears, so plug those shoulders back into their sockets. Gaze is neutral. Inhale, drop your belly, heart and gaze move forward, cow. Exhale, round the spine, cow. Inhale, cow. And then exhale, cat. Really press the mat away, arch the back. Inhaling to a neutral spine, and this time you're dropping to the chin and chest and belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders and the feet, coming into locust, building a little strength in our backs, glutes, and even the hamstrings. Shoulders move away from the ears, elbows hug in, gaze is down your nose. And then you're just gonna go ahead and rest yourself back to your tabletop. Stack your hips over your knees. Walk the palms to the top of the mat, just coming into puppy pose. Heart melts towards the mat. Belly and jaw are soft. Breath is expansive. Taking an opportunity here, just connect to your breath. Good, and then just gently press yourself back up into your tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. In your down dog, you just want to pedal the feet, shift the hips from side to side. Good, bend into the knees, look to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe coming into ragdoll here, grabbing opposite elbows, or just let the arms and head be heavy. And then from here, inhale, just begin to slowly go slow. Roll all the way up into Tadasana. Head is the last to lift, growing slow. If you get dizzy, look at the floor. Inhale, reach the palms up into extended mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up, little back bend. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain, grab onto the left wrist, or reach to the right, side body stretch. Inhale through center, exhale, switch the grip, and reach to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone out. Inhale, reach up, grab onto your left wrist, reach to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Inhale, center, exhale, palms through heart center. This time, inhale, reach up, option to come onto the balls of the feet as you reach up into extended mountain. Exhale, forward fold, drinking bird, belly to thighs, arms reach behind you. Inhale, bend into the knees, lift up into chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Inhale to chair to extended. Exhale, palms to our center. We got 3 more of these. Inhale, reaching up, option to come onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, flowing down, breaking bird. As you inhale, lift up into chair. As you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, right. Inhale, chair to extended. Exhale, palms to heart center. Last one. Inhale, extended. Exhale, flowing down, drinking bird. Inhale, chair. Exhale, left. Inhale, chair. Exhale, right. Inhale, chair to extended. Exhale, palms to heart center. Couple of breaths here. The breath is spacious, finding the balance between efforts and ease. Good. Inhale, reaching up into extended mountain. Grab onto the left wrist or reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms to the mat. Walk or step back to your plank. So you can drop to the knees if you need to. Shoulders are over your wrist. Gaze is neutral here. You're not dumping your booty or lifting your booty too high. Imagine if there's a wall behind you. You're pressing the back of the head, the shoulders, the hips, and the heels into that wall. And then from here, you're going to drop to the knees, the chin and chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Maybe this time you reach towards your heels. Gaze is down your nose. And then plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, and then lift back to your down dog. In your down dog, take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Bend into the knees, look to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift all the way up into extended mountain. Exhale to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, walk or step back to your plank. Again, you have knees if you need them. You're holding. You're lengthening through the spine. You're pressing the mat away. Gaze is neutral. Breath is steady. And you're dropping to the knees, the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Maybe this time you want to interlace the fingers behind you, or even flutter your feet. Maybe even reach those arms forward. You can use your blocks here. Making sure you're doing something that feels okay to your shoulders and neck and your lower back. Planting the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, make your way to your down dog. In your down dog, take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Bend into the knees, look to the top of the mat. Now listen, we're stepping our feet to the outside edge of our hands. So you're either in a malasana or a squat here or a goddess. So you're coming up, you're in your malasana. You can always use a block here, sit on your block, or even a corner of a chair. And then from here, you're going to press the feet into the mat. as you slowly begin to lift all the way up into a mini 5-pointed star. Arms come down to your heart. And then you sit back down into your Malasana. Not concaving down in the back, lengthening through the spine. And from here, you're just pressing the mat away as you lift up. So if you find this challenging, no worries. It's supposed to be. And we all start somewhere. Used to be very challenging for me too. And you're coming back down. You can use a prop or not. In fact, if you're working on strength here, I totally recommend you use a prop. And press the mat away as you slowly lift up, building some strength in those hip flexors. Palms come to your heart. You're going to step your feet hip width apart. Take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach up into extended mountain. Grab onto the left wrist or reach to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, reaching to the left. On center. Exhale, cactus the arms, lift the breastbone up. Inhale to extended. Exhale to a forward fold. Big bend in the knees. Just hug your thighs to your belly. Head is heavy. Jaw releases. Release your bind. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, punch your palms to the mat. And just drop to the knees, chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into your locust. Feet can stay planted on the mat or lift them up, or whatever variation works for you and your lower back and your shoulders. And then from here, you're just going to press yourself into tabletop. Inhale, reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle. Arm comes underneath the body, shoulder and cheek come to the mat. Left palm can stay where it's at. Walk it to the top of the mat or come into a bind. Finding the balance between effort and ease. Connecting to your breath. Plant the left palm to the mat. Reach those right fingertips towards the ceiling. And then coming back to tabletop. So take a moment here in your tabletop. You're squaring up your hips. You're squaring up your shoulders. And then inhaling those left fingertips towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread the needle. Any arm variation that you want to do with the right hand and arm, do that. Place the right palm to the mat, press the mat away, coming back up into tabletop. If you have some blocks here, it's nice to place them about shoulder width apart on the mat. Wide surface is facing up, and you place your forearms on the block. Just coming back into a puppy pose using our block. If you don't have them, that's fine. Just come back into puppy pose, stacking your hips over your knees. And just letting the heart melt towards the mat. Deep in breath. Stay for the exhale. Connecting to your breath. Allowing the mind and body to settle. Finding some inner peace here. And then just gently beginning to press yourself all the way back up into your tabletop. And making your way on to your back. Hug your knees to your chest and down. And then exhale, releasing into Shavasana. Externally rotating your shoulders here, making a shape for your heart. Closing your eyes. Taking a deep, full in breath, fill up, expand. Stay for the exhale. Shavasana. You can stay here for a little bit longer if you choose. Recommend a good 3 to 5 minutes in Shavasana always. And when you're ready, you're going to begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes, rotate the joints. Inhale, coming into a full body stretch. As you exhale, you bend your knees, roll to the right side in a fetal position. Allowing a few breaths or some space, rather, just to connect to that sense of renewal. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up into a seated position of choice. Palms to your heart space, bow your head. May there be peace in your thoughts. May there be peace in your words. May there be peace in your heart. And may you share that with all beings. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for joining me for this little mini class that focused on strength and calm. And so I look forward to seeing you again next time here on this YouTube channel. Have a wonderful rest of your day.